Hi guys, Ronda Winstead here with you. Okay, this is day 2 of Dephemerember, hashtag Dephemerember, Dephemerember, I don't know, it's something. It's Luise and Barbara's fault. 49 Dragonflies and Luise Heinzl. They came up with this, and I'm just joining in here and there as I can. And I just was at the paint store, and I just got some chips, paint chips. So I have no idea except one thing what I'm going to do. This is paint chips and stars. And I just happen to have this little star punch I've had for many, many years. It's EK Success. It's a Stampin' Up. This is back when, whoa, that's really in the dinosaur age. When I used to be a Stampin' Up demonstrator. Okay, so I do know this. I am going to create. I am going to do some stars, right? Boom! Because I have to. Okay. Out of gold. Looks like I'm not going to get 4 across. So at least I know I'm going to have those. Now that could be cool on something too. Oh, poo. All right. Let's do, well, I don't know. Let's start with that. I know I've got that. So I'm thinking I want a background. That's why I got some of these in different colors, but picked some the same. So what I'm trying to decide is what I want to do journal-wise. This is ephemera to go in a journal. So we've got pockets, we've got tuck spots, we've got flip outs, we've got tip ups, tip up, tip down, top down, flip up. Oops. And so I'm trying to decide. So these square ones, kind of square, yeah, those would make, I think, good little pockets or something to flip over something else, to come out and then have some journaling spots or whatever. But I also have these, and I picked 3 of these, and I'm wondering if I could tape or stitch those together somehow and maybe make a little bit of an accordion thingy bopper going on. So, I don't know if I add like so, then, because I can cut this off. We can cut the Benjamin Moore off. No offense, Benji. I'm sure. Well, I'm sure, yeah. Those don't line up perfectly, do they? Well, they line up with each other, but not perfectly with the other. But we could do something. We could. Ugh. All right. Well, okay. Just continuing on because that's what we do. How are you today? I hope you are doing very, very well. I hope that life is treating you great and that you are busily engaged in things that you love to do. Okay, we will just continue I'm going to cut those off. Probably be so much easier if I just cut it off with my scissors, as most everybody else. I'm so weird that way. I don't know. I just love my rotary cutter and mat board. And there's a reason why I have this turned upside down. Back when I was doing a lot of quilting, one of the things that I learned was that the lines and things that you have, the measuring that you do, they stretch. And so you can start out with, you think it's an inch, but it actually is a little bit more than an inch. And the further that you go, the more out of line it is. And I've just, I still have that mentality, I guess, that I don't want it to be uneven or not straight. And so I use the hard plastic ruler, because those don't stretch. They don't go out of shape, which is, I don't measure on this. And so I turn it upside down so I'm not tempted to measure. Like you guys really needed to know that, right? Whatever. Okay. Okay, so if I wanted to do something of this nature, let's just pretend that we're going to do something here. And thank you so much, Barbara and Luise, for making this challenge challenging. Goodness gracious, what would we do if it weren't challenging? Oh, okay. So, okay, so if I were to do something of that nature, then what I would have to do is, well, obviously I've got to cut one of these off here, but also, what would I hinge this together with? What would I hinge this? And it's so small. What would how would you really journal much on something that small? So I'm thinking this, it would be so much easier to journal on something this size. You can do a bit of journaling on there, but that would be too easy. So let's not do that. Let's make this hard. Let's not make this easy for ourselves. What we could do is we can glue some fabric strips. Yeah, we like that. Let me bring over, hang on just a sec. I will bring over some fabric strips. First of all, I have to find, where did I put them? The ones that I want. All right. Okay, so let's just, I try to keep them in a separate, oh, that might work. That might work. Let's see. These are kind of cool. And the white goes with snow and all that kind of thing. And I definitely don't want this much, so okay. Something's percolating in my brain. Let's see. First of all, I want to trim this to this size. So let's go ahead and mark that. And get that So guys, did I share with you, I think I did, about the accident that we were in just a couple of days before Thanksgiving? For those of you that haven't watched that video, we were T-boned. And that means, and I wasn't sure about what that meant either, but somebody just is trying to turn in front of you and they ram you, basically, instead. And that's what happened. And of course, you know, we were not responsible for it. We, you know, we were the ones that got rammed into, but our car was totaled. We found that out just yesterday. They finally, because it was Thanksgiving weekend, nobody was in a hurry to, let's see, that's the wrong pair of scissors. Those just cut paper. This will do better. So what I'm doing here is I am creating some little ties to go in between. And this could be, you guys, honestly, this could be so darn ugly. And I hope it's not, but it could be. I'm just warning you. This could be a video of, ooh, what not to do with these prompts. Okay, there's that. There's that. And we have the other half of that. This is pretty thrifty though. So, with that one little strip, I think that one little strip, I am going to get all of this, because this has to go on the back side too. Okay. Okay, so to get back to the car situation, so we accepted an amount. They gave us an amount that they, you know, would allow. And of course, it's never like you're completely made whole again. The car was paid for, and it was an older model. It was a 2014, but it was in great shape. We did all the service checks. It was in excellent shape. And I loved it. And so to replace it, you know, replacement value is higher than it, you know, would have been, because with the pandemic and everything, used vehicles are worth more, but still they're used vehicles, right? So anyway, we've got that. So now we're in the process of trying to buy another vehicle. Ugh. So that is not a favorite thing of mine to do. I know I'm sounding very, very weird when I say I love my car, and I really didn't want a new car, and we can't afford a new car, right? So there's that. So anyway, I know we have to go look for an automobile, but I'm not exactly like, oh yay, let's go look at an automobile. Now, if I were to cover the numbers, but then that takes out a whole, like a half an inch. I don't know how many millimeters, guys. You'll have to do that. But that would cover that up. Yeah, I think we'll do that. We'll just start again. After all, we're just playing here. Like I told you, this could be a complete and utter fail. But it's fun to chat with you while I'm trying to make this work. It's always fun to visit with you. And if you're new to my channel, and many of you are new, I've tried to address everyone that has commented, but I just want you to know still, and for those that haven't commented but that have joined my channel, I'm so happy you're here. I really am. I love people. And if you happen to catch the podcast of Barbara's recently, that's what you see is what you get. That is me. And yeah. Okay. Yeah. What we're doing with it, no idea, but hey, we're going to continue, and I will probably stitch these when I get a little better idea what I'm doing. Let's see. Oh, that's the same one. We need the in-betweener, and I'm deliberately trying to cover up these little numbers, which is why I am. Okay, let's see. Okay. So today is a gorgeous day here in Arkansas. I hope that it is beautiful where you are at, or at least that where you are, that it's warm and cozy. Now, normally I would iron all these things out, but I am learning some new things by following different junk journalers and whatnot. I'm learning that it's okay not to be so precise. Oh, look how tiny that is. You know what? That's okay. I don't know what I'm doing here yet, but we'll see. We'll see how that goes. That's not horrible. Okay. Oh, maybe we should just keep it to the 3 and see what we can see. You know what I should have done, guys? Oh, man. I should have gotten 1 or 2 more of these chips, paint chips. Then the store that I was in this morning getting the paint chips, the gentleman was he was so cute. When I walked in, he's like, "What can I do for you, darling?" I'm just like, "Well, I just am looking for some paint chips." Anyway, it was very, very sweet. Not many people call me darling, not even my husband. And he loves me a whole lot, but he still doesn't call me darling. Now, what if I do these here on the back? I could do that, and then, or, here's a thought, guys, here's a thought. Let me grab hello, hello. We could just put some coffee dyed paper here. And then, what are we doing? What are we doing, Rhonda? What are we? Okay, okay. Oh. All right. Now, if I do that, will it still fold nicely? Well, I'm not 100% sure, but we'll give it a try. Only this time, first of all, I think I'm going to trade and use my Elmer's all-purpose glue stick. Some use the Yoo-Hoo. I know Gail loves that. And I've tried it. And it is nice. It is nice. But it's a little more money than what I want to spend. And I find, I don't know, I've just been using this so much longer. And I find it works great for me. You do have to, you know, you have to give it a good coating. You don't just want to set it on there and just do a little tiny bit of gluing. You want to give it a good glue. And now I'm just kind of burnishing this on. And so we're getting us, as we're going along here, guys, we're starting to have something, a little something, I think. We'll see what it develops into. Let me kind of clean off that a little bit. Okay, and now let's go ahead. Let's switch. And now we will get our, just trim it off. I know, it's so ridiculous. I look at myself and I'm like, Rhonda, why don't you just cut it with scissors like everybody else? And I'm like, oh, I don't know. Because, anyway, just kind of crazy. Just sort of trimming it all up. And like I said, I think that I will end up stitching down here. All right, now let's see if this will fold still, or if I've totally messed it up. Totally messed it up. Okay. Okay, so this will be a journaling spot, not this side. This will be the journaling spot, and we can take it this way, or, yeah, let's measure and see what we've got to work with here. So this is 6 inches, so it'll be wider if we do it this way than most journals, you know, widthwise. So now if we do it this way, then I can, let me grab some papers just to kind of play with the idea of it all. So I could easily, I can put this in like thus and such, and put a little paper clip to attach it. And then you turn over here and you've got, you just come out and you just journal it. Okay, I like that for the back. And I will, let's go ahead and let's just ink around the edges to give it a little more definition and to kind of vintage it up a little bit more as well. Oh, goodness. It's kind of fun to, you know, just look at something and try it completely new to you and and roll with it and just see where it goes. It's definitely a challenge. And for those of you that watched Barbara's video, her podcast with Luise and I as guests, you'll recall perhaps that my response to one of the questions, is I don't like prompts. And I really, they're not my favorite thing to follow are prompts. But this is fun and challenging, and so this is good. This is good. All right, now what we want to do is to kind of start doing a little bit of decorating. Let's see, I've got these stars, and maybe these will just kind of go in the middle there. Let's get this other darker gold, and let's see. And I have no doubt that you could come up with an amazing something with this. It's pretty close. The colors are pretty close, aren't they? That one has just a teeny bit of the printing on it, so I'm going to switch that out for this darker one in the center. Okay, I like that. And this would be cool actually to do like a little square and put that on there too. Let's give that a try to see if we even like the idea of something of that nature. And for that, you ask, and I say, yes, I do. I have another one of those. Okay. So, we'll open this up again, and we will cut. Okay, that gives you another something that you can do. Now, I kind of want this exactly. See how much space I've got from this one? And those look about the same, but this one needs to definitely be trimmed. All right, you guys. Cheer me on. Ah! Oh, that doesn't look straight. Ah. I just really stink at cutting cold turkey. I really do. Okay, so, and we've got some red going on here. Let's see. I could also, okay, now I'm kind of at a standstill, and I like this idea, but I don't want this filled with just stars, because I think that will be kind of weird. Okay, well, I'm going to stop here for just a minute. I'm going to stitch these down and think a little bit, and then I'll be back, and, well, it's just going to continue. But for me, I'm going to stop the video and start it again in a few minutes when I've got a couple more things figured out. Hang on. Okay, I have stitched this together. Should I have stitched it before I glued the other paper on? Perhaps, but still, I'm okay with that. Okay, then what I tried to do, I have these old, this is from Stampin' Up, I believe, many years ago. These little images, these Christmas images, and I have not used them in many, many years, and I thought, well, yeah, they're little, So I stamped on some other the paint chips, cards, whatever, but I started to color on them and they rub. They don't see, it's not good. There's some kind of covering on the paint chip that makes it to where this is not a good combination. So just for those of you that, you know, if you're going to do any stamping. So then what I did was I stamped these 3 images on a piece of the scrap paper left over from this. And so now what I'm going to do is we will trim those, and then let's kind of see where we go from there. I'm not sure. This is just, like I said, this is sort of stabbing out in the dark. But it's fun. You know, it's fun to do this with you guys. And to get fun ideas from other people. Alrighty. And you may wonder at my colors, but I just am starting another Christmas journal, and this time it's going to be a pink one. So for those of you that don't like pink, just imagine it in a different color. And yeah. And of course, those of you that do not celebrate Christmas, that's fine as well. Just imagine this in whatever theme you're going for and in your own color scheme. So many of the things that you're learning or that you're getting ideas or tips to will be, you know, will give you a lot of examples so that you can do whatever it is that you like to do. All right, let's see. I just colored these with colored pencils, and the idea is this is more cutesy right here. Am I absolutely loving it? I don't know. You know, that's maybe a little stretch. I do think that what I want to do is tone down this a little bit. So hang on just 1 sec. I'm going to go grab some paints. I am pulling over my paint cart. Okay, so let's see if I just do a little bit of gesso. Let me, we are getting down to it, that's for sure. I'm going to be needing a new thing of gesso at some point. So I'm not, oh, well, there we go. There we go, getting messy already. Oh, this is freaking scary for me, you guys. Oops. Okay. It's been a while since I've just done kind of, you know, mixed media mashup here. we will just lay that down. And we'll clean this off. Alrighty. We'll set that aside. I don't know what I'm gonna do next. Let's see. Let's see what kind of trouble we can get into. So I think I want to smooth that out a little bit. So I'm gonna take one of these little cheap brushes. And let's just, I don't know, let's just play a little bit. Oh. So you guys, those of you that own cars, what kind do you recommend? For those of us that are looking to buy something different. What I had was a Ford Escape. I had a Ford Escape. Oh goodness, look at my mess. This is driving me nuts, you guys. Seriously. Ah! I'm a little bit terrible about some of this stuff. You should see my washcloths though. Eventually the washcloths in the house turn into my washcloths to sort of clean me up with in my studio. If one gets a hole in it or a stain in it or something like that, then it's like, oh, that's mine. That one's mine. Oh, that one's mine. Okay. All right, let's move that stuff, and I am just going to use a blow dryer for just a sec. So turn the sound down if this bothers you. I'll be right back. Okay, I think that'll work great. Okay, now what I want to do, I want to bring in some stamping. And so I am going to use a couple of different things. We'll see how it goes. This was sent to me by a dear, sweet lady. She knows who she is. Move some of my stuff out of the way. Okay, so I don't know how heavy I want to go with colors. Let's just, I've not used this before, so let's just, you know, let's just do something. Oh. Okay. And we're not really, at this point, we're not really caring if it's on the white. So we're definitely going to tone that down. Right. We'll call that good for that one. Spritz it with some water. And there we go. It's cleaned up. All right, now I think we'll get some black out And let's do a bit of a postal. And this is just, you know, just whatever, wherever, you guys. Turn it around. I am no authority on any of this stuff. I've done a bit of it over, you know, through the years here and there, but I'm like, you know. Okay. I like that. I think that will be enough. Let's go ahead again. Spritz that with some water. I always keep a spray bottle of water handy just for this kind of thing. Put that back away. All right. Let me just... I'm kind of trying to clear my area here so that we've got some room to work with. Okay. Now, one thing I think I'll do, you guys, is round my corners. I think that would be good. And I have 3 settings on this. I believe this is We Are Memory Keepers. Yes, it is. I purchased it in Hobby Lobby. Okay. And I'm using the middle setting. Here's the small and here's the large. Okay. I like that better. I think it gives a nicer look. And this is going to be my right side. Keep this. I like this. Okay. So now where are my little cutouts? Let's see about maybe adding those. And let's think about this just for a sec here. I think maybe, because this is going to be pink, remember these papers? This was in a recent video that I did that you can take a peek at if you'd like to. This is working on, anyway, Christmas journal, pink Christmas journal. So I was wondering if I put some of this scrunched up, or, all right, what if we, all right, I have an idea, but it may not work. And you see, this one is glued. It's not stitched. This one is stitched, but this is sturdy too, so you don't have to have a sewing machine. Okay, now I think what I want to do, we'll just give this a try. It may not work, is to scrunch this up to put I could like go down the whole thing, and then I could put these on. Let's see, what if I did it in the center one? Center one. And I can stitch this, and I think I will stitch this, but you don't have to stitch, you know, and this is just tracing paper that I have spritzed with pink ink and with coffee dye. So that's what this is. And if I were to spritz it with water, it would come together even easier. So do I love that? I don't know that I love that. I think that I will use that on another project, but I'm thinking that for this, just one sec, I'm reaching behind me, grabbing some other pink goodies, and we will see what we can see. Alrighty, so I have this lace. That's very pretty. It's very pale. It doesn't stand out too much, which is fine. I can have this, which came from a curtain that I saw it in the thrift store and said, "Whoa, Nellie, you're going home with me." And it was super cheap and very beautiful. Here is this lace. This is gorgeous. This is gorgeous. Let's see, I don't know, what are you guys thinking? What are you thinking? Share with me what you're thinking. I have ribbons too. Not loving that either. I almost feel like I like this better than that. Maybe if it were a little bit smaller. Let's pull out this sari ribbon. What if I were to do it with the sari ribbon? It's a brighter color. Oh. This is the part, my friends, that takes forever. Sometimes forever. But that's the process. It's just fun. It's fun to visit with you guys while I look at this and try to come up with something that I like. And it's not that I don't like some of these things, but for what I'm doing, you know, I want to absolutely love it. Does that make sense? I don't want to just like it. I want to love it. Okay, this might not work. Sometimes when I get small strips, they don't rip as easily. But this one looked like that was doing okay, so let's see if this will work. Okay. Okay. Whew. That was because I was in the selvage part of it. And the selvage of fabric is much heavier, much thicker. And as you can see, building muscles, absolutely building muscles. Okay, so if I do this, and I kind of like that because it's in between. And so if I kind of scrunch this up a little bit here and there, kind of let it be a little loose, kind of. Oh. I repeat myself, don't I? And then put these, all right, I think this is taking a while, but I think I'm getting into a something or other. Now I'm going to go ahead, my friends, and stitch this, but you can glue it. And the way I would do that is just what I'm doing here, what I'm showing you here, is to glue a little bit down, and then I would go ahead and scrunch, okay? And then I would just continue on down and just sort of maneuvering it however I want. So I'm going to stitch that, and I'll be right back. Actually, I'm right back. Because if I stitch that, then that's more stitching on the back, and that's going to become less and less good for journaling. So I'm going to glue and scrunch right here. Okay. This has definitely been a challenge. And I did watch, I felt like it was kind of cheating to watch everybody's videos before I did mine, because I might, be influenced to do mine, a certain way because of watching them. But I had already started watching Barbara's. I haven't watched Luise's yet, and others that have posted. So that'll be fun to see. But Barbara didn't have paint chips, and so she made her own, and that turned out really cute. Okay. Now, what I think I might want to do here, what if I glue this on and then I trim that? I think I like that idea. So let's do that. Let me get my junk paper out, my book page. Okay. And let's see, maybe this one will do, I don't know. I don't know. Okay. Now what I'm doing, you guys, I just glued that. I'm doing it so that I can just frame this a little bit. I don't want much. I just want a little bit. So we've got a frame and a frame. And it will give that pop of color, but it's still, it's not like scream at you. But see the difference? Isn't that cute? Yeah. Okay. All right. There's one. Now, let's see. How would this be in vermilion? Now this is Camellia Blossom is what that one is. It's not pink like this is. Maybe, yeah, I think I'm gonna stick to the greens just because I started with that and I want it to be somewhat cohesive. Okay, let's see. We'll just stick that on there. And then we will trim just a little bit around this guy. Okay. It's good, I think, to try different things. And I've been thinking about some of the things that I might want to do in 2022, which is coming up in less than a month now. 2 days or 1 day, less than a month, right? Okay. Let's go ahead and take this last one, paint chip, put that on, and we'll trim that, and then we'll see what we've got. So I think one of the things that I might really be interested in doing is doing more with making my own rubber stamps. I did a little bit of that. Oh, and I forgot. I could have put one of my own rubber stamps on these papers. Duh. So, but I've just done one thing so far. Okay, so there we have these. I like these. Not sure what we're going to do with them, but I like them. And this is nice going down here. Now, what I may want to do is not even put any of those on there. I may want to just do some pretty trim. I've got some different things. I've got some pretty gold here. I've got rickrack. This is missing something. It's definitely, I definitely am not happy with that the way it is right now. So let's get back, let's remind ourselves about these little guys. Let's see. What if I were to do the gold stars, and just one sec, let me go to my phone and put it on do not disturb. Sorry. Okay, this could be something. Now, I don't want to make this, this is all already a little bit bulky with putting that ribbon in the middle there. So, let me grab some rickrack and see if that might be something we want to try. Okie dokie. Okay. Okay, I definitely have a few choices that we can take a peek at. I have this, which is a little bit whiter. Let's take our little stars off. I like that. I think that's cute. I have this, the yellow, kind of the gold. I have this shiny, crazy, woohoo! I am pink. And I have these small ones. So I've got that green, and I've got, and I haven't even opened this one yet. But I have this pink as well. Do any of you actually like a pink Christmas? I decorate traditionally. I have a combination of Santas and also nativities. I mix the two up. I am religious, but I'm also love Santa Claus, and and all of that. So I don't limit myself to one or the other. I use them both and think they're both great. There's that. Okay. Now if I did that and then put a something right here, and then if I did, say, another something right here, and then this right there. That's kind of cute, huh? Okay, okay. So how do you, what do you do, those of you that decorate for Christmas, and maybe your thing is, maybe you do Hanukkah, maybe, you know, it may be something different that you do. It would be fun. And if you don't, are there those holidays that you do celebrate that are special to you? That would be interesting to know also. I would love for you to leave your comments about that. Let's see, now. Oops, let's put the lid on here. And I want some Fabri-Tac now. So, we are moving along. It seems like this is taking forever because it kind of is. But I appreciate you. And of course, you know that if there are parts or that you're just like, oh man, just fast forward. That's perfectly fine. All right. Let's kind of get that a-going here. And the reason I like the Fabri-Tac is it dries quickly and it holds really well. Kind of making a mess here, but okay. Okay, just smush that sucker down. You show it who's boss. By the way, Luisa and Barbara, I don't like day 2. Just saying, this has been hard. But it's a good thing. It's good to challenge ourselves. And this will give me, and I don't mean, you know, I like the idea, I like the challenge. It's just, you know, you're just making me work, girlfriends. And they're not making me work because they're fine if I don't do any of them. I just want to be supportive. I love them. And want to be supportive of what they're doing for sure. Okay, there's that one. I'm going to go ahead and ink these other two because I know I want them to match. And so we will do that. And the reason I do the back as well and move it off is to make sure that that little tiny side is covered. Otherwise, it wouldn't necessarily be covered. And for those of you also that are new to my channel, you'll notice that I'm sporting a sponge dauber. You can purchase them in different places. I purchased my most recent ones in Hobby Lobby in a pack. So, and I used to, I think they came out with, I think Stampin' Up! May have been the original people that came out with them way back when I was a demonstrator. I think that was a, you know, that was kind of a cool thing to do. Okay, so I think I want the angel on top, the snowman here, and the tree in the middle. Now, do I want anything? I'm going to go ahead, we're going to set this, I'm going to put the tree down, get that all taken care of so that it's done and I can't change my mind. This is getting to where, yeah, we need to be done. So let's just kind of eyeball that in the center. We'll just smash that some more. Ah! Okay. Oh, you know what would be so cool here? And I don't have any, but phrases and things that go up and down. That would be so perfect. Maybe I need to do that. Maybe I need to order that. Go find me one and order that. Maybe, huh? Maybe. And do I need any, like, cool little book page on? No, you know, I really don't. I really don't think I do, because these are on their own kind of fun and cute. So I think just something. Maybe I have some. I'm going to go ahead and set these all down, guys. And I'm not in love with this, but I'm really quite enjoying it. I'm thinking it's pretty darn cute. And I would never have put these paint chips together like this. That's definitely something different for me. Definitely a little bit, you know, out of my wheelhouse. Okay, now let's see if we've got now I'm thinking, you know, here's a paper clip, and this, of course, like I showed you earlier, let me do that again with one that's a little more the size and thickness of what I would do. So put that and then do a fun paper clip to glue that to the page. Okay, I'm liking that. One thing I definitely need to do here, though, is I need to go around the edges of this as well so that it matches front and back. It just needs that extra little touch to just kind of finish it off. I don't know why, but I think it makes such a wonderful difference. Okay, so if you don't have stamps that you think would be fun, you could always just do little images, just Christmas images, out of magazines, or there are freebies on Pinterest. There are groups on Facebook where you can get images free as well. And of course, there's a bazillion amazing digital kits that have just a plethora of fabulous images that you could certainly use. Okay, doesn't that look much, that just is starting to look so much better. Now we're combining stars. I have one star here, so technically I'm good. I don't have to do more if I don't want to. I don't have to. You can't make me. That's kind of cute, isn't it? I like that. Okay, let's do it. Let's do it. We don't want to, like I said, we don't want to think about this too much longer because, oh golly, I don't know how long this video has gone, but I'm sure it's too long, and I apologize. But when you're going through the process and you're starting from zero, and that's where I was with you guys, honestly. I didn't preconceive or anything. I just trying to come up with something after. When I got the paint chips here and got them on, then it was like, okay guys, and I turned my camera on so that you could go through this process with me. And I have no doubt that some of you have been like, oh Rhonda, it could have been so cute if you'd have done, you know, thus or such. And I'm sure, but you didn't shout loud enough, my friends. You didn't shout loud enough for me to hear. Especially for those of you in a different country. It's like, hey, you gotta let me know. Okay, so I'm loving that. This is all we have left, and I want some words. I want some tags. I want something, but it needs to be pinkish. Pinkish. Let's see if my digital I have would. Oh, let's see. What do I have that might go there? And this is Tailor-Made Journals, this one. Now I might be able to use, you can see I've already been using them. I am just flipping through here trying no, I don't really, these are gorgeous and I am going to be using them, but for this particular, I think these are going to be too large, but let me double check. Now, if I were to really just this is a very, very quick and not very good fussy cut, but I'm trying to really hurry to see if we can make this actually work. I love the old-fashioned Santas. I just really do. I think they're amazing. Okay, come on, come on, come on. Okay. All right, let's see. Well, it actually could work. This is modern, or, you know, more whimsical, I would say. And this is definitely more vintage, old-fashioned. But then you've got this that's whimsical and more modern. So, okay, maybe that'll be all right. All right. Hey, we'll give it a whirl. Woo! Can you believe it? We are, and I think to save space to make sure that this little image might fit, as I am going to possibly cut these wings off. And it can just be, you know, a little boy or little girl. Little girl, sorry. Which would also be very sweet. Get rid of that. Fussy cutting, as many of you already know, it's not my favorite thing to do. But for all of us that do junk journaling, it's kind of a necessity. So, yeah. Let's just sort of... Okay, let's see. All right. You know what I'm going to do? Should I put... I didn't even realize this. Oh my gosh, look. Angels, angel, Santa, snowman, and the stars, and the stars. Oh my gosh, that's just meant to be. Okay. All right. Well, we're going to go with it then. So, this is my cheater method to go around when I want to do something really fast and I don't want to take the time to hold it up, and especially where it's thin, is to do it that way. And we'll do it this way. And okay, you know what? Now I'm kind of starting to love this. Wow. You just have to just hang in there, right? But I do want a little protection here. And now these I will go ahead and add my art glitter glue. So I have used 3 glues today in my project. Art glitter glue, which is my go-to put paper down when I feel like I want just a little sturdier than the Elmer's, although the Elmer's would be fine too, so I don't know why I'm saying that, because I think that'll be perfectly fine. But I do the Fabri-Tac. That is when I need to have something pretty sturdy, that I'm doing more mixed media, bringing in some other elements like the lace that I did to put on there and the rickrack and things. And it glues quickly and is wonderful. And then, of course, for a ton of things, I do the Elmer's, and I love it. Okay, so, all right, guys. Wow, that took us a while, didn't it? But isn't that fun? I'm really kind of, I'm kind of loving that. Now, let me see here. I think I want to trim. Oh, but I don't want to. Maybe I'll just kind of rip that a little bit. As I don't want that to keep popping up and kind of making a mess there. And I definitely want to edge that a little bit as well. So we'll go ahead and we'll just touch that up again. We'll make sure that's good and sturdy. And that's something to maybe check wherever, you know, if you're doing folds like I'm doing here, accordion fold, then you'll want to make sure that your images don't cover where your fold line is. That's much better. Okay, let's see. Let's close that. Close it and open it. Oh, there's still a little teeny